دار دنيا فلا تطمع بزهرتها فكل لقي بها.
The story of Harun al-Rashid and Al-Atahiya is one of the very famous stories that is talking about two perspectives, which is Harun al-Rashid and Al-Atahiya. It was narrated in many books, for example, the history books and the literature books. So basically, the story is talking about two personas. The first one is the very famous Caliph Harun al-Rashid and the very famous poetry Al-Atahiya. The story teaches us how the caliphs were acting and considering the act between the caliphs and the poetries at that time when requesting poetries from them at that moment at very specific themes, and they were very famous. For example, um, the remembering of death, the afterlife, and the beauty that they live in, or in general, the whole view. And so, one day, Harun al-Rashid was sitting on his grand palace, surrounded by ministers and poetries. The deck was very beautiful. The water flowing beneath the castle just decorated the whole view and made it look very fancy and very beautiful. And so on. The Khalifa said to Abu al-Atahiya, and he was already very famous for his honesty in his words, poetries, and so on. Um, the Khalif requested from him to describe the bliss and the beauty that he lives in, the lofty palaces and the water that is flowing beneath the castle, like everything. And so Abu al-Atahiya was already very famous at that point, as I said, and so he smiled, and he smiled knowingly because he knew what he should say and he knew how to get the Caliph's attention or at the same time get his trust. And so he started reciting in a calm, deep voice. Live as long as you wish in safety beneath the shadow of lofty palaces. And so the Caliph liked his words and he said, aha, continue. And so he continued. Everything that you want shall come to you from morning until morning. And so the Khalifa liked his words even more and he got into it. His chest opened and he got the meaning of every word. And he said, aha, give me more. And so Abu al-Atahiya continued reciting without changing his tone, but with a very sharp change of themes or plot twist. And so basically he started reciting. But when the soul is choked with the gasp of dying breath, only then will you surely know you lived in nothing but illusion. And so his face changed. The Khalifa just sat down with an unchanged face. He was very white and he was just considering his words. And so the whole place was very quiet. Nobody dared to talk or make a single breath. And so the Khalifa said, repeat. Abu al-Atahiya repeated, live as long as you wish in safety, beneath the shadow of lofty palaces. Everything that you wish shall come to you, from morning until morning. But when the soul is choked with the gasp of dying breath, only then will you surely know you lived in nothing but illusion. And so the Caliph started crying. He did not stop crying at all. His whole eyes were crying fully. He did not stop because he got the meaning. He woke up from his long time coma. And so he said, oh Abu al-Atahiya, you did a very good job. Now give me more of these poetries. And so one of the people that were sitting at that moment right close to the Khalifa said, oh Khalifa, he is just trying to get attention. And he is just trying to take away from you the beauty of the blessings that you live on. And so the Khalifa did not like his words. And he said, shame on you, leave him alone. He is making my heart feel safety. And he is waking me up from my long time coma of the beauties that I live in. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.
كل الدروب مسافتها